Well, this year's been a struggle with queens. Queens that aren't that great. Queens that just can't catch up and get ahead. Queens are getting superseded. It's been tough. So I started some grafting, which is what I got into this to do to start with. I had them start drawing a few of them out, almost had them capped, then they tore them down. 3 rounds of grafting, I've got 0 queen cells. I'm talking to other guys having the same issues. You know, I'm not the greatest grafter in the world, but I've never had a grafting session that took 0. Except now, I've had 3 of them. So anyway, I got to do something else to try to get queens out of the ones that I want good queens from. Season's running short. It's now or never. So I've come up with an idea on some. I bought these as used equipment years ago, and the guy that I bought them from, these boxes are set up to divide in 3s, and he'd set them up for mating nukes. So they had a little more space than the standard mini nukes, but yet you could get 3 of them in a medium box. So it's a medium. The frames go the other direction across it here. He had them built specifically for that, and the frames built the size to fit. So what I'm gonna do with some of these good queens and see what we can get, I'm going to put the queen in 2 of these with a queen excluder above her and the rest of her box upstairs, and see if she'll just lay in these for me. I've done a couple where I've just added these and she just isn't starting to lay on them fast enough. So it's not helping me. If it takes her a month to get eggs in there, I'm too late. So I'm going to force a couple of these that I really like the brood pattern and the things they're doing, get them down inside, let them lay eggs in this, and then come back and split those into mating nukes and let them make some queen cells, and see what happens. So I've got to do something, but I've got a lot of them with just hit and miss brood patterns. Some of those are last year's queens. I've got some that still have some pretty severe chalk brood, and I believe that's the line of queens that I have, that just are prone to it. So I'm trying to get into the good ones, the strong ones, the ones that are showing a good brood pattern, and get them to make me some new queens and see if I can improve this. So anyhow, that's my latest experiment. I forgot to mention, this is another one of my tests. I'm not going to do this with queens that they don't come up and cover the queen clip that's holding her. Some queens that are holding their own and not doing bad, you'll put them up like this and they never have a bee even come up to see them. That just tells me they're not that excited about their queen. I want bees, you know, glomming on this and checking her out and wondering where she went. If I try this with queens that they're not that excited about, they can leave her down there by herself and leave and walk away. You know, at that point she can get chilled, things go wrong. I want a queen down there that the bees want to be with. So I've taken a few frames of bees and shook them in this bottom. So when I let the queen loose down there, she will, you know, they'll take to her, and they got some cleaning to do to get ready. Hopefully it'll motivate them to get some cells clean for her to start laying on. There also isn't any food down there, but they've got lots above them. There's food coming in. So hopefully this experiment's going to work, not be an epic failure. We'll get her turned loose in there and get it put back together.